are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Your stars. These are your stars. Your stars can't make free throws. LeBron James and Anthony Davis cannot make free throws. The game's over. You win the game. Make half the free throws you miss. You win. You win. Our stars down the stretch cannot hit free throws. Are you kidding me? You take them out the game. Put the guys that aren't afraid to make free throws. What are we doing? The game is over. The game is over. You win the game. You have 7-game win streak. These are the kind of games that you look back on and are the difference of you being a play-in team or you being a playoff team. The Detroit game and now this game. Now this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. These are your two stars, your superstars. LeBron James and Anthony Davis just choked this game away. I don't care about any other stuff. Look, this wasn't a great game by the Lakers, period. Bunch of offensive rebounds, tons of turnovers, all that stuff. This is on your stars. The stars are your stars to finish and close out those games, and they failed to do so. They failed to do so. Yes, they should have never been in that position. You can make every other excuse in the world that you want. You can make every excuse in the world that you want. The reality is your stars did not show up to play. Your stars, at the end of the game, when it matters, you have the game won. It's over. You win. You win. Make your free throws and you win the game. LeBron James fails to make free throws. Anthony Davis fails to make free throws. They missed what, like 4 or 5 free throws down the stretch? Those are your superstars. Close the game. Win the game. Make your free throws and win the game. It's not a crazy concept. That is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. All the other stuff, again, this was not a good game by any stretch of the imagination. The Lakers were getting bodied on the boards. What did they give up? They gave up 55 rebounds. 55 rebounds. Get outscored 55-48. Gave up 15 offensive rebounds. Not a great game by any stretch. Lakers have 10 turnovers, and yet you had the chance to win the game. Your stars have to hit free throws. I don't understand how you guys missed that many free throws. You make half of them, you win. Half the game, you win. This is on the stars. This is LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And it sucks, too, because Anthony Davis had himself a game. But you know what? Who cares? You lost and you choked when it mattered. I don't care that you dropped 40. I don't care that you hit a 3. I don't care about any of that stuff. You missed 3 crucial free throws down the stretch. 3 crucial free throws down the stretch. You didn't do your job today. LeBron James shooting 50% from the foul line. You didn't do your job today. I don't care that he had 31, 10, and 7, nearly had a triple-double. LeBron James and Anthony Davis had great games. That's cute. That's cute. You didn't show up when it mattered. You choked when it mattered. This is a game. These are the games that are the difference. These are the difference between you being a play-in team and for the 3rd year in the play-in, or you being in the playoffs, or having the 3 seed, or having the 1 seed, or whatever. You win this game, you're half a game out of the 1 seed. You're on a 7-game win streak. I've talked about, I still believe this team needs trades. Still think this team has a lot of issues and a lot of holes, and it's incredibly apparent. Franz Wagner cooked you. Absolutely cooked you. And our 2 stars had the chance to seal it, lock it up, signed, sealed, delivered, here you go. And both of them choked. Both of them missed huge free throws down the stretch. There's no other reason we lost this game. I don't care about all the other stuff. I don't care about getting out rebound. I don't care about turnover. I don't care about your stars are your stars. You're supposed to hit the free throws down the stretch. They're called free throws. Anthony Davis was 7-7 before that final stretch. You hit the free throws when it matters. You're the stars. You're the superstars. I don't care about anything else. LeBron James and Anthony Davis lost the Lakers this game because they can't hit free throws. And this isn't something that just happened. They had the same issue the last 2 games. This is becoming a habit for them at this point. Literally at practice, I better hear nothing but LeBron James and Anthony Davis shooting free throws. Because apparently they can't make free throws when it matters. This is literally the difference between you being a play-in team and you being a playoff team. This is incredibly, incredibly unserious. It's uncalled for. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, my rant's over. I'm furious. This is inexcusable. You have to hit your free throws. Otherwise, give the ball to the guys that will. Give the ball to connect. The guy's missed 1 free throw all season, right? He at least hits 1 of 2, right? Like, I trust him more than I trust. LeBron might be the worst person in the NBA on the game on the line at the free throw line. And he's been that way arguably his whole career, right? Like, that's a genuine concern. Like, when he's on the free throw line, you got to hit your free throws. This game was in the bag. It's over. You win. It's over. If you make half of them, it's over. You win. And you choke the game away. It is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, let's get into the chat and all that stuff. Answer all the super chat stuff like that. Sorry, it's just so infuriating. So infuriating. But real quick, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. And let's get into it. So, Stakes. AR has been given too much of a green light. I keep talking about Austin Reaves. I keep talking about how inconsistent he is, how much he struggled this season. Everyone keeps telling me I'm wrong. Not everybody, but a lot of people keep telling me I'm wrong. People keep telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, the guy he's unreliable. You don't know which Austin Reaves is going to show up. You don't know if Austin Reaves that's going to go 3 of 12 from the floor, which seems to be a regular occurrence for him, right? Like, he's having the worst free throw shooting season of his career. The guy can't shoot. He can't shoot. I've said it all. I said it all season. Last season, I said it in preseason. Everyone kept telling me, "Oh, it's only preseason. It's only 3 games." How long are we going to keep ignoring Austin Reaves can't shoot the basketball? How long are we going to keep pretending like he's a great shooter? The guy can't shoot. I keep talking about how the guy can't shoot, and people keep telling me I'm wrong. People keep telling me, "No, he's this, he's that, and the other." Well, clearly, we're watching very different games. Clearly, we're watching very different players. It's serious. It's ridiculous, man. This team is so unserious. Man, I'd rather see Dalton Connect shoot 40 times a game than Austin Reaves at this point. Put Dalton Connect in the Austin Reaves role and see what he's got. All right? Like, I mean, it's just what are we going to – we're just going to keep doing the same thing? It's literally the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Guess what? We keep doing the same thing over and over again. The guy, he can't be your third option. I keep saying it. People keep telling me I'm wrong. He's not a third option. He's not. That's why people keep going, why do you want Zach LaVine? Because Zach LaVine will play the Austin Reaves role. Guess what? You're not going to have to worry about him going 3 of 12. Guy's averaging 23? Something like that, 22, 23 on 15 attempts or something like that, 14 attempts. He's taking fewer attempts than Reaves and averaging double the points. It's ridiculous. Stakes coming out with another $2 super chat. The poor rebounding needs to be addressed, shaking my head. Absolutely. Look, poor rebounding, not a good game at all. Again, we need another big man. We need to make some moves. We need to make some trades. I've maintained that this entire season. Even with the 6-game win streak, I've still talked about how we need trades. It needs to be addressed. But At the end of the day, your superstars went to the foul line to seal the game. Game over. And your superstars, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, choked. None of that other stuff mattered because you win the game, right? Like, is it a bad game? Sure. Right? Sure. Is it a bad game? Are there things that need to be addressed? Absolutely. None of that matters if you get the win, if your superstars hit the shots when it matters. Guess what? Superstars did not hit the shots when it mattered. Your stars choked. This is on LeBron James and this is on Anthony Davis. All the other stuff is irrelevant because you had the game won. If this was like, oh man, he gave up an offensive rebound and they hit a three and it was a tight game, it's a very different story. But that wasn't the case. Your stars went to the line to close and seal the game. And guess what? They choked. They did. That's what they did. Your superstars choked. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, this L is on them. Absolutely. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But appreciate you, Stakes. Michael, coming out hot, the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so surprised they didn't utilize or make plays for Connect down the stretch. I agree. Yeah, Connect was guarded all night, but you have AD and LeBron to double. Yeah, I mean, they basically glued to Dalton Connect. I mean, every time Connect touched the ball, you could literally hear the coach screaming, "Get up on him," right? Like, he was at like half court, and they were like, get up on him, right? So I get you're kind of using him as decoy. You're kind of using him to stop the help defense, clear other guys out. But that's where other guys need to show up, right? Like, we can't shoot. Austin Reaves can't shoot. D'Angelo Russell can't shoot. And that was like the only thing D'Lo was great at. I mean, he can make plays, he's a playmaker, stuff like that. But like, the thing that made him great in the regular season was he was lights out. And he's just completely forgotten how to shoot. Right? Like, again, I said this before. Nobody on this team should be untradeable except for LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dalton Connect. Those are the only three guys that should be untradeable. If you find the right deal for Austin Reaves, you trade Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves isn't that good. I like Reaves. I think Reaves is good, right? I think as your fourth option, yes, I think you're good. Because when he has his good games, you're probably winning all of them. And when he has his kind of so-so games, you're probably winning most of them. And when he has his bad games, you're probably still good enough to win. But Austin Reaves is your third star or your third player. He's not consistent enough. He's not good enough. He's not. Like, again, I like him. I've defended him when it's been warranted. But at what point do we stop defending him? At what point do we come to the realization that Austin Reaves is not him? He's not. He had a good stretch 2 years ago. We've seen a lot of guys have great stretches 2 years ago. Chandler Parsons got a max deal, 10 years ago. Chandler Parsons jokes about it to this day that someone was dumb enough to give him a max deal because of one playoff run, because of one playoff series. Back when, when he was with Dwight Howard and James Harden, right? Michael Carter-Williams looked like he was going to be the next great point guard. Nearly averaged a triple-double and was Rookie of the Year. He was out of the league before his next contract was up. We've seen time and time again, guys have excellent seasons, and they're never able to replicate it. It's the reality, right? Like, yes, Austin Reaves is averaging 18 on the season, but you don't know which Austin Reaves is going to show up. You don't know, is it Austin Reaves that's going to give you 25, or is it Austin Reaves that's going to give you 5? And that's the problem. There's no middle ground for Reaves. That's the issue. It's either Austin Reaves is great and it's him, or he's trash and shouldn't even be on the basketball court. There's no in between. People ask, why do you want Zach LaVine so bad? Because at least with Zach LaVine, there is an in between. On a bad night, he's giving you 15. Like on at least 40% shooting, right? Like, that's the difference. But I do agree. Dalton Connect, he's a guy that teams would rather let Austin Reaves beat you. Teams aren't screaming, guard Reaves, guard, step up, step up, step up. Like, no one cares. Reaves, go ahead, shoot. He wants to drive and do his little and throw it up. Fine, go ahead. Sure, go for it. Teams don't. teams aren't worried about Austin Reaves. They're worried about Dalton Connect, right? And Dalton Connect tried. He literally got us back in the game, got us the lead, scored 5 straight points, and then we just like completely went away from him. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But thank you so much for the super chat. Seriously, I appreciate it. All right, let's get into the regular chat and then everything else. I see Jay say Reaves average 18. I can't tell. Yeah, because again, it's averages, right? Or again, if he's giving you 25 one game and he's giving you 5 the next, it all averages out, right? Like that's the thing. That's the problem. You don't know what Reaves you're going to get. I've talked about like I would rather Reaves give me 13 points a night, like almost like clockwork, than him average, 25, right? Like because at least I know what you're going to give me every night. That's the difference. All right, let's get into the regular chat. This is actually so annoying. A 1-point loss is still a loss. Happy we didn't get blown out, but it's annoying. I mean, but that's the problem, is this game was won. This game was over. The Lakers won the game, and then they choked it away. Literally, Orlando had no way to beat them. All you do is make your free throws. They literally missed, 4 or 5 free throws down the stretch? You make half of those. The game's out of reach. They had no timeouts. Right? Like, worst case, you foul them. Right? Like, the game's over. If the Stars did their job, we win the game. It's that simple. Yeah, it definitely didn't help. But again, at the end of the day, your Stars went to go seal the game and failed. All the other stuff, it sucks. None of it mattered. The game was over. You had the game won. None of the other stuff mattered. I don't care about all the other stuff because our stars who are paid to be stars and close out the games failed. This was on LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That's simple. I'm done. This team is pathetic, joke, and I'm sick of the worthless players we have on this team. I hate Franz. This team sucks, and we're losing by 50 every game from here on out. I sure hope that that's not the case. But, man, look, I get the frustration. Believe me, I am furious right now. Furious. We had it as it stands, and AD missed both free throws. Yeah. Again, this is on your stars. All the other stuff, I care less about the other stuff. Your 2 stars stepped up and missed and choked. Anthony Davis missed, 3 free throws down the stretch? It's crazy. What a funny game. Dennis, LaVine, Dorian Finney-Smith, Braun, AD. Yeah. At this point, seriously, I'm with you. I am right there with you. Right there with you. That's facts, but it's just annoying because of the free throws. Yeah. All they had to do was foul when they had the ball. Both teams were in the bonus. They shoot free throws, possibly tie instead of taking the lead. Yeah. Even then, it's just you win. You have the game. It's over, right? But like you're not gonna foul up to, right? Like it's just I don't think that's ever happened in the game, like deliberately fouled up to, right? Like it's just your stars are supposed to be your stars and win games. Yeah, AD, LeBron choked this game away. They did. So disappointed. Likewise. I love a good Tyler Ray. Here we go. Yeah, you knew it was coming. Strap in. D'Lo sucks every game. I'll get rid of him ASAP. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only people that should be off limits in a trade is LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Dalton Connect. Everyone else should be on the table. There is nobody else on this team that is worth not considering trading. Obviously, again, I don't want to just trade guys just to trade guys. Right? I don't want to just, you don't just trade Reaves, just trade Reaves. Even D'Lo, you don't just trade D'Lo because you can get worse, right? But you need to, if a deal is there and it makes sense, you trade, right? We had that game. Absolutely. It's infuriating. It's always the opposition having a career night against us for every time. Yeah, because guys can't defend. Austin Reaves is a traffic cone. D'Lo's traffic cone. Gabe Vincent is a traffic cone. Like literally, he has our second worst defensive rating, and he's our worst offensive player. He's literally statistically the worst basketball player in the NBA right now based on minutes. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, seriously. Absolutely. Nothing else but free throws. Yeah. Look, AR, absolutely. And believe me, we already went on an AR rant. But again, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are your superstars. They stepped up to go win. The game was over. You make your free throws, you win the game. And your two stars failed to show up, failed to win the game. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Christian, coming out to $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I seriously appreciate it. We lost the game on Davis free throws, but he had 39. Needed more out of Reaves, Gabe, and D'Lo, and the last play was ridiculous. Look, first off, yes, we need better play from other guys. But Anthony, you're the guy, right? Like, this is what you're paid to do. Go up there and seal the game. Same thing with LeBron James. LeBron James missed the clutch free throw down the stretch. Like, these guys miss clutch free throws. I said it earlier. I don't know if you're here. I don't care that Anthony Davis had 39 points. I don't care that LeBron had, 31-point near triple-double. You choked when it mattered. I would have rather Anthony Davis had 5 points and hit those free throws and win the game, right? Like, at least it's like, hey, yeah, Anthony Davis had a bad game, but he came through when it mattered, right? I would have rather LeBron, have a 5-point game and just 12 turnovers and just like his worst game of his career, but hit the free throws when it mattered. It erases everything for me because it does. At the end of the day, you are the two stars. You are the superstars. You are the guys that are supposed to go up there and deliver, and you didn't deliver. You didn't deliver. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But no, you're not wrong. We do need more from D'Lo, Reaves, Gabe, everybody, right? Like, it shouldn't be LeBron James and Anthony Davis accounting for half your points, right? Like, it should be a collective effort. It should be, Connect 17, Reaves 15, D'Lo 12, right? Christie 8, Gabe 7, right? Like, and you just kind of go down the list, and it's like everyone does what they need to do. That's why I keep maintaining. Like, people are like, why do you talk about trades so much? Because we need them. It's the reality. We need them, right? Obviously, it's YouTube. It's good content, right? It's kind of like, you need to have conversation, but we also need it, right? Like, again, I would have rather give the ball to Connect. He's missed one free throw all season. Give the ball to Connect, and I'd rather trust him to make it, right? Like, it's ridiculous. At this point, LeBron James and Anthony Davis going to the foul line, because this isn't the first time this has happened. Again, we just have won. Also, I mentioned this like a couple streams ago. And I said, how many times can you play with fire before you get burnt? The Lakers not closing teams out, right, and not doing what they need to do. Again, wins are wins. Whether you win by 1 or you win by 100, I'll take it. But when you keep playing with fire, eventually you're going to get burnt. And the Lakers, the last 7 games, have kept playing with fire. And guess what? They just got burnt. Like, this was bound to happen at some point. Not the missed free throws, but if they would have just lost, it would have been a very different conversation. But it's infuriating. But again, appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. And then Joe coming out $2 super chat. Knicks, Warriors, blow bad teams out, fake 6 wins. Look, I don't think it's a fake 6 win. 6 wins are 6 wins. I don't care if you blow them out or not. But this team, I've talked about it. People ask me all the time, Tyler, do you think this team's a contender? No, I don't think that I think that they have a chance against anybody. I don't think there's anybody that is so good the Lakers have no shot of beating. But the Lakers are also a team that I wouldn't bet on. Right? I wouldn't bet on the Lakers to win. I wouldn't. This isn't a team that I'm comfortable with. They have a lot of holes. We need a legit 3-and-D guy. Rui is not the answer. I love Rui Hachimura. He's not a 3. He's a 4. And as long as LeBron's on this team, he's going to have to play 3. Unfortunately, you got to ship him out. You got to get a legit 3. You got to make the adjustments. You got to make changes. You got to do it. Now, again, I don't want to trade just to make a trade. So we have to stay patient. We have to remain the course. But again, I don't think it's fake wins. It's not like the win column goes to the win column. However, you're not wrong in the sense of like The Lakers have not done their job of handling business. And like I just mentioned a moment ago, when you keep playing with fire, eventually you're going to get burnt. The Lakers have kept playing with fire over this 6-game win streak. And then they had a chance to close it out in 7, and you played around, and you lost. You lost. It's that simple. But, Joe, appreciate you. Thank you so much for Super Chat. All right, let's get back into the chat. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Can't make free throws. Game's over. Make your free throws. Game's over. It's ridiculous. It's so frustrating. Denver is beating us by a trillion just for forfeit. I hate this team so much. It's so frustrating. This is 100% on 80, 2 in a row. You had to make one. Yeah, at least make one. Again, your stars failed to show up. Stars failed to show up. It's so frustrating. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm right there with you. I feel it. Yeah, you got it. You got to. Again, I don't think he's untradeable. He's not that good. Unbelievable. Shaking my head. Yeah, facts. They also need to foul Wagner. Don't take 3-point shot and take the overtime chance. I don't think I've ever seen a team do that deliberately. Up to and you foul to go into overtime. Like, you had the game won. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's ever happened in the NBA, not that I can recall. Like, does anyone know of a time where a team deliberately fouled? I mean, fouls have happened, but not deliberately. You know, you're up 2, right? Like, you gotta have to trust your defense. But it's frustrating. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You gotta make your free throws. Didn't he miss 2 free throws down the stretch? And what was he, 3 of 12? Right? 3 of 12, 1 of 4 from the field, 9 points, 2 turnovers, 3 assists. He had as many turnovers as rebounds, and had almost as many turnovers as assists. Like, the dude was our second highest plus minus. Yeah. Or he was tied for first. Yeah. Like, Reaves deserves blame for this. He's supposed to be our 3rd best player. Is he not? Is he the guy that's getting the shot attempts and getting the opportunity and doing all that stuff and failing to deliver in that end? Yes, it's on Reaves too. But again, the Stars had their chance and they blew it. I blame the Stars more than I blame Reaves. But let's not pretend like Austin Reaves is just like he has no fault in this, right? Like, again, I understand being a fan of Austin Reaves. I'm a fan of Austin Reaves. But there is being a fan and then there is being ridiculous, delusional, right? Like, it's delusion, right? Like, again, I am glad to defend Austin Reaves when it's warranted. But when a guy's not showing up, like, what, we're supposed to just ignore it? And it's not like it's just an outlier game. It's not like it's been one random game. No, it's been more games than not. Seriously, it's ridiculous. This will bleed in the Nuggets game. That's my concern. It is. It's genuinely my concern. You got to bounce back. You do. You got to bounce back. Got to bounce back. Reaves 2 of 5 from the foul line. Yeah. Reaves just getting careless. Reaves was bad, but he didn't lose us this game. Again, the game was over. The Stars make your free throws, you win. It's over. It doesn't matter what Reaves did. Doesn't matter you got out rebound. Literally nothing else matters if the Stars make the free throws. Yes, we'd all be coming on here and being like, man, Reaves had a bad game. We'd be talking about this, that, and the other. Of course, we'd be critical still, right? But it would have been a win. The Stars are the Stars for a reason. You are paid as a star. You are trusted and believed to be a star for a reason. Yeah, I would have rather had Connect make the free throws, right? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Missing free throws. Trade everyone. Tank. I'm so done with this team. I don't think you could trade everyone. Like, again, D'Lo, if you want to keep Reaves, fine. Keep Reaves, but he can't be our 3rd guy. He can't. He's not good enough to be our 3rd guy. He's just not good enough. to be our third guy. He's too inconsistent. I don't believe Reaves is a star. Some people might call him a star. I don't believe he's a star. I think he's a very good role player. I think he's an above average role player. I think he's on a very good contract for his production, but I don't think he's a star, right? Like, I think that gets thrown around very loosely. Yeah, it's ridiculous. 80, you're not trading 80. Okay. Believe me, I am furious at AD right now. You're not trading Anthony Davis. Likewise, I'm right there with you. This is all in AD. At the end, 3 or 4 missed free throws. Really, yeah, you can't miss. You got to make it. Again, Braun missed a free throw in the clutch when it mattered. Again, like, LeBron isn't absolved of it, right? Like, LeBron is accountable in this mess too. Yeah, it's inexcusable. You can't expect to win every game. It's not what happened here, right? Again, no one's saying the Lakers have to go, 70-0 or anything. Like, no one's expecting the Lakers to be perfect, right? Bad games happen, bad nights happen. Lakers are going to lose, but you don't lose this way. You don't lose on the back of your stars missing free throws. That's not what this is. This isn't like, Lakers losing. No, the game was over. You won the game. If the Lakers just lost, it would be a very different conversation, right? If the Lakers just blew it, it's a very different conversation. That's not what happened here. Lakers didn't just lose. They blew it. They beat themselves. It's the difference. Let's see. Austin thinks he is him. You were trash. Yeah, he's not been good. He just hasn't. Free throws cost us the game. Too many offensive rebounds. Definitely need a center. Not to mention Banchero didn't play, and the Magic were on a back-to-back. Yeah, dude, they were missing like half their roster. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it's insane. Go get LaVine. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. Yeah, they choked. It's that simple. Reaves is the most gassed up, overrated player on the planet. I mean, at this point, he's becoming that for sure. Again, I don't think Reaves is a terror. I don't think Reaves is like garbage, but he's not a third option on a serious team, right? Like, what team in the NBA right now that's a real, like, contending team would he be realistically the third option? He probably wouldn't even start on Boston, right? Like, who's he starting over? Right? He's not starting over Drew Holiday and Derek White. All right. Okay. Denver. He might start over Christian Brown, but he's not the third option, right? He's probably the fifth, right? Realistically. OKC, he's probably not even starting. He's coming off the bench. Minnesota, he's probably not starting. He's coming off the bench. Right? Like, go down the list. Which real championship team that you think of is he starting on? Or being like a top 3 guy on? The Cavs, he's not starting on. The Knicks, he ain't starting on. Right? Like, probably not starting on the Sixers. I mean, the Sixers are terrible, but assuming that they were healthy and what people projected them to be. Right? Like, again, go down the list. What team would Austin Reaves, that is a real, like, we consider a top-tier team? The Warriors, he's not starting on. What team? He wouldn't be. Right? I'm not saying he's not a starter on some cases. I'm not saying that, like, you can't start him, but it's not what this is about. Again, you lose some, you win some. Right? This wasn't like Orlando stole the game. This was, we blew the game. It's the difference. Again, yes, losses happen. Things happen. It's not what this was. This wasn't that Orlando just got us, right? Hit some crazy game winner in a tight game and we just lost. No, this was the Stars not delivering when it mattered on an issue that has been persistent. It's not the same thing. What's going on, LeBronto? Not letting your best percentage free throw shooters shoot the last free throws is criminal, which is AR. AD always chokes in the clutch on the free throws. AD's been really good in the clutch the last few seasons, but he's been bad. AR missed 2 free throws, right? Like, are we going to pretend like that didn't happen? Right? Like, literally, he missed 2 free throws, right? So, no, I wouldn't have trusted him in the clutch. Again, the only guy that I would have trusted based on what we saw would have been Dalton Connect. Let Dalton Connect. I would have rather had D'Lo shoot them. We blew it. Yeah, you got it at least. 5, 7 counting Reaves. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Let's see. All these games have been close. Yeah, that's why I've said, you keep playing with fire, eventually you're going to get burnt. Hey, you again. Oh, let me pull this goofy up. All right, listen. You don't have to be here, okay? If you don't like the rant and you disagree, that's fine. If you think I'm annoying, then leave, okay? No one cares, right? Go. We're talking about real stuff here. This is basketball, right? Relax. God, people are so goofy. And it's always the guy that doesn't have a profile picture, right? It's on JJ as well. Absolutely. But, look, JJ wasn't great. Cam Reddish should have kept him in the game. But again, I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about your stars stepping up to win the game, and they failed. This is on your stars. On your stars. This loss is 100% going to steam for a while. AD was 9-9 going in the last 4 minutes, then ended up 10-3. Yeah, he made one out of 4. It's crazy. Yeah, the refs have been rough the last few games. It's like they're trying to overcompensate. Yeah, they choked 100%. I'm with you. Again, that's why I keep saying they're not a champion. They're not a top championship caliber team. Game was won before the free throws came. Probably was AR getting pushed around, and we had no defense out there the last 2 minutes until Cam came in for 1 possession. Yeah, but again, you had the game won. It was over. Hit your free throws, you win the game, and you didn't hit your free throws. You failed to win the game. I feel that getting paid $50 million a year, yeah, exactly, 100%. It's crazy. It's crazy. 100%. We missed Rui tonight with the rebounding. Yeah, it probably would have helped with the rebound. He's been rebounding well this season. Yeah, Reaves was not good. Look, just to be positive here, we are still 3rd, I think. But if we can beat Denver, then that would make up for me at least. I despise Denver left massive. But better days are ahead. Let's be positive. Look, I fully expect the Lakers to get back on track. But again, the Western Conference is so tight. So tight. The Detroit game, this game, you might not have those 2 games to fumble, right? Like, look at last year. There was like a 2-game separation between the 5 seed and the 8 seed? Something like that, right? Like, again, these are the kind of games that are the difference between you being a play-in team for the 3rd straight year or you being a playoff. Can't blow these. Or you being the 2 or 3 seed or being the 6 seed, right? Like, that's how tight the Western Conference is. You just don't have these type of games to give away. If this was in the East, it'd probably be a very different conversation. I'd still be very mad, don't get me wrong, but Reaves has stirred on the bus, man. Why was AD taking a tough shot? I mean, 2 seconds left. There's only so many options. Let's see. 3 of 9 in the 4th, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. Just pathetic. I'm right there with you. I agree. You can't give both picks for Kessler. You can't. Kessler is my favorite center target. I want Kessler badly, but you can't give up both first. Kessler by himself doesn't make us a contender, right? Makes us better. I think we're better, but I don't think we're bona fide contender. Let's see. Agree. Hit the free throws. Yeah. Any other team in the league, Reaves is a bench role player. I was just saying that. It's funny. It's the opposing teams playing like a game 7 in the finals every time. Never misses a beat. Yeah, 100%. It's the Lakers, right? That's what the Lakers want to do, or that's what every team wants to do when they're playing Lakers. Let's see. Here come all the trolls. Here come all the goofs. Again, no one said you have to be here. If you don't like it, go. One word, free throws. Yeah, thanks. It is. It's ridiculous. It's silly, right? But I mean, it's part of the game, right? You get people, they have nothing else going on with their lives. They're lonely. They're bored. They're sitting at home alone, like let's just go troll a Laker channel. Like, take up knitting, right? Like, find a hobby. We have to win these games. They didn't have KCP and carry FX. Let's see. It happens, Tyler. It is what it is. On to the next game. Look, you have to have the on to the next game mentality if you're the Lakers. But this is, again, you can't have these types of games. You can't. Not in the Western Conference. You may be able to get away with it in the East, but in the Western Conference, you can't blow these games. Can't afford it. Let's see. Insert Reggie Miller choke beam. Yeah, just 100%. Yep. I knew when they missed 3 free throws, they were going to push for a game winner. Yeah, it was. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. The basketball god said it. This is Reddick's first bad game, in my opinion, putting Dalton on Wagner instead of Reddish throughout the entire fourth when he was the most athletic option. Yeah, I do agree that they should. The logic is they were running zone, and if you have D'Lo, AR, and Connect out there, right, at least you have your 3 best shooters, right? Problem is that when Reaves and D'Lo can't shoot, it's pointless. And I do believe that JJ Redick should have recognized that, hey, these guys can't shoot. I need to take them out and put in JJ or put in Reddish, right? Like, I do think that is a correction that needed to happen. I'm right there with you, Jay. It's infuriating. 80 lost the game without a doubt. 80 isn't, or LeBron isn't a good free throw shooter, so you can't get too mad. But 80 is known for not hitting late free throws despite being good at the line. Yeah, but again, LeBron is your superstar, right? LeBron is your superstar. One game was the difference from us being a playoff team and a play-in team. One game matters in the West. This isn't just one game. The Detroit game, that's 2. You have another game, that's 3, right? Again, we're not in the East where it's like, it's fine. No, we're in the Western Conference. Literally, this game could be the difference. In hindsight, looking back, could end up being the difference between you being a play-in team again or in the playoffs. Like I said, I think it was 2 games separated like 5th through 8th. You had the Detroit game and you have this game. It's not just one game. It's not just one game. Let's see. For Kessler and Sexton, you can't give up both first for those guys. As much as I would love Kessler and Sexton, you can't give up both first. It is. It's on LeBron and 80. Let's see. I'm not making $40 million a year as a superstar in the NBA. That's the difference. Goofy. Yeah, exactly. Stars have to make free throws. Yeah, 100%. Lakers need a good bench player. They need to make a trade. Yeah, Lakers absolutely need to make a trade. Yeah, free throws sucked. Problem is rebounding, 3rd straight year, people. 100%. But again, the game was over. If you make your free throws, none of the other stuff matters. None of it. None of the other stuff matters. Why didn't you mention Austin Reaves? Because he's not our superstar. He's not making $40 million. Again, Reaves missed the free throws. I'm very critical. I've been very critical all season long on Austin Reaves. He's not the guy making $40 million that's your superstar that steps to the line that is supposed to knock it down. Reaves missed his free throws without a doubt. But he's also not the superstar. game over. Anthony Davis makes those free throws, game over. LeBron James makes a free throw, game over. Like, it's the difference. Your superstars that are paid to be superstars and your superstars that are paid to win and close out games fail to do so. They're the superstars. Let's see. I believe Dalton won't choke on the free throws. I believe D'Lo and Dalton won't choke on. Yeah, I think I would have rather had D'Lo shoot those free throws either. Or also, I believe me, I feel it. I absolutely feel it. Reaves against elite defenses needs to be the 6-man connect emerge shows AR's limitations. Yeah. LeBron doesn't have good shooting mechanics, especially free throws. Him breaking is no surprise. AD has good form. He just flat out sold it. Tyler false. LeBron hit 2 free throws in a row down by 1 to beat Golden State in overtime last year. Okay, so that's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, Bron and AD missed free throws, but I actually blame JJ. Stuck with D slow for too long in the fourth and finally turned to Cam in the last 2 to 3 minutes of the game. Again, none of that matters if our stars make the free throws, right? Like, if our stars hit your free throws, you win the game. It's that simple, right? Like, again, JJ Redick was not great by any stretch of the imagination. I definitely think that this was not his best performance as far as being a head coach was. But none of it matters if your stars do what they're supposed to do. I'm right there with you. Right there with you. It's your job to perform under pressure. Regular people perform their jobs under pressure to got to hold your $43 million per year athletes to the same standard. Exactly. Like somebody said, can you make free throws? I'm not making $40 million a year playing the NBA. Right? Like, that's the difference. Tyler, you're good. That's what I want to scream. Thank you for helping us get out of here. Yeah, 100%. Like, look, let the people talk that want to talk. Like, they have, again, if you don't like it, go. Like, I'm a fan. I'm not some guy. Like, I am literally a fan. I am infuriated, just like the rest of us. You know, if you don't want to hear a fan rant about the Lakers joking, then fine. I get it. Come to the next stream when the Lakers win. Right? Like, it's that simple. Let's see. I mean, none of the people had profiles anyway. A bunch of randoms. Yeah, D'Lo has been bad. Trade Reaves and D'Lo. I think that's fine. Like I said, the only people that should be untouchable is Dalton, LeBron, and AD. That's it. Everyone else should be available for trades. Everybody else. Where's the dude that said, "Would you put respect in D'Lo?" LeBron shoots like Shaq when he's at the free throw line. Yeah, especially in the clutch, man. Especially in the clutch. We're really at the point where Dalton is more valuable to the team than D'Lo and Reaves. Is crazy. Yeah, it is. He's literally the third most important player. Well, he's not scoring either. So whatever you want to call him, he's not doing it. Right? He's a scorer. Well, your scorer went 3 of 12 and gave you 9 points. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Austin Reaves is a good player, but he is not a starter on a contending team. DK4 Reaves is best suited as 6-man, leading the second unit and playing sometimes with the starters. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something to me. Sorry, trying to find something to me. I love the back and forth. I love seeing it. Yeah, shows the limitations. Get AR and an athletic guardian. I am all for it. Yeah, Lakers. I mean, the Nets can literally solve all the Lakers' problems. Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson, Spencer Dinwiddie, or not Spencer. Why do I keep saying Spencer Dinwiddie? Dennis Schroeder, Nick Claxton, Day'Ron Sharpe, you name it. Let's see. It's called a free throw. Yeah, 100%. Um, I'm going to come in here and say, don't go for LaVine and trade for Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dennis, and Sharp. I mean, I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate it at all. Look, I've talked about it. If you're not going to get LaVine, I think it needs to be something like that, right? Like my whole argument with LaVine is that if you're talking about one singular player, right? Like which player that is available by himself raises the ceiling the highest? It's Zach LaVine. But if you can get Cam Johnson, Spencer, or God, I don't know why I keep saying Spencer Dinwiddie, Cam Johnson, Dennis Schroeder, and like a Day'Ron Sharp. And then obviously if you can get a Dorian Finney-Smith also. But if you could just get like those three, then yes, I'd rather have that than Zach LaVine. My whole argument is like Zach LaVine is the cheapest route as far as assets go, so you can still make other moves, still make other plays, but he also gives you the highest ceiling raise from an individual standpoint. Orlando is second in the league in total defense. They've been really good defensively. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something. Me. Reaves needs to be traded. Look, like I've said, I'm not against it at all. If you can find the right move, you do it. Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dennis Schroeder, Sharp for D'Lo, Rui, Vando, Vincent, Jalen, Hood-Schifino in our first. Yeah, I would do that. I'd even give you a pick swap if you wanted it, right? Because again, you're right. It literally fills out our depth, solves all our problems, right? Because then at that point, your 8-man you're not 8-man, like your 8-man rotation is LeBron, AD, Reaves, connect, and then you got Dennis Schroeder, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Day'Ron Sharp. There's your 8, right? And then you have guys, and then you can do whatever you need to round out the rest. To get a proper 2 guard, yeah. Reeves has to be smashing G. It's no point of return for D'Lo. Now he has already struggled a lot. Now he's lost confidence and he's scared to shoot. Yeah, he had a wide open, like literally wide open shot in this game and passed it up. And I was screaming at the TV, shoot the ball. Like literally, he was wide open. I mean, he was a little farther back than usual, but D'Lo last year was pulling that. Even if he missed, I would have rather him pull it because then we ended up getting a bad shot. Let's see. It's definitely more on AD than LeBron, but LeBron missed a free throw too in the clutch down the stretch. I'm right there with you, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I would have. I don't know why they didn't drop a play for Connect or D'Lo or one of our shooters, even Reaves. I mean, he's been. I know he had a bad game, but he's shown to be clutch when it matters. Dude, what about all the games they won? What about them? they won them. I've been critical in every one of those games. I've talked every game about how tight the games have been, how close they've won, and how you keep playing with fire, you're gonna get burnt. I've been very critical over these last few games. Difference is we've won. Yeah, hopefully they learn. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Hopefully they win. Let's see. Lawson Reese played for the Magic tonight. Not about it being one game. That's y'all's problem, settling for BS. Y'all want to be good or great. We could have been 8-0 at home and on an 8-game win streak. Miss me with it. Exactly. It's about the grand scheme of things. It's not about just it's one game. Again, these are the differences between you being a play-in team or a playoff team. Literally. These are the differences, right? Like, I get it's one game. Losses happen. It's not about the loss. It's how they lost and why they lost. right? Like, it's inexcusable. Inexcusable. Those are your stars. Those are your stars. It's inexcusable. Facts. I want Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm right there with you. I wish that's the one thing that still infuriates me. I was even last year I was screaming, and I was higher on Reaves then than I am now. Trade Reaves for DeJounte Murray. They wanted DeJounte. They wanted Reaves. Give them Reaves. DeJounte Murray is the better player. Reaves will thrive like Kuzma if he. Oh, I mean Kuzma's inefficient. Look, Reaves on a bad team, yeah, he could be a 20, 25 point a game guy if he's on a bad team. But they've beaten nothing but injured subpar teams on this streak. If the Lakers face the Nuggets without Jokic, another subpar streak will emerge. Lakers need trades. Yeah, that's why I've always maintained that the trades. Look, wins are wins. Wins are wins. I'll gladly take the wins. I'm never gonna be like, oh man, we really should have. No, like, give me the wins. I don't. And look, it's not the Lakers' responsibility on who they play, right? The Lakers' job is to show up and beat whoever it is that's in front of them. And the Lakers have done that up until tonight, right? They did that in the 6 games. But we have to also keep things in perspective. So I'm right there with you. Can't even be mad. Just make 1 or 2 more free throws, and it's OT and a win. They should have had AD on Wagner, risky, but you don't get iced by Wagner yet, especially the guy that's torching you. But this game was winnable. Don't blame them. Again, it's on your stars. Twice I you blame the stars. The stars were the ones that were supposed to do it. DeJounte Murray turned into glass the moment he got in the Pels. Yeah, it's just the Pels curse, right? That's why I said, like, does that happen if he goes to the Lakers, right? Like, a little bit revisionist history, right? You can always have a good 3-and-D in the game if you get both. Yeah, I'm right there with it. Did not like the last play call. Yeah, I agree. I am with you. Had a good couple playoff series. He had one good playoff run, right? And that was it. We've seen a lot of guys. I mentioned it earlier. Chandler Parsons got a max deal because of one good playoff run. I mean, Chandler Parsons still to this day makes fun of it. Talks about how he never thought that anyone would do that, right? Like, the fact that they did that, right? Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see. AR was the 6th man on the 2020. Yeah, like if he was on the 2020 team, yeah, he wouldn't have started either on the 2020 team. 100%. Jamal Murray turned into Elo. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see. 80 with the fadeaway. Yeah. I don't know if that was actually the play call for him to fade away. I think it was to get 80 down the middle. Bro, speaking facts. Thank you. Austin Reaves is being miscast. He is a 6th man. I agree. Problem is, like, we don't have, like, who do you fill him in with is the problem. Reaves' season averages are so deceiving. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, if you just stat watch, right, you think Austin Reaves is excellent, right? You think Austin Reaves is one of the best players in the league, right? Like, man, he's the best 3rd guy in the league. But again, that's why I always talk about it's averages, right? Like, there's no middle with Austin Reaves. It's either he's great and he's like giving you 25 or 30, or he's terrible and he's giving you 9, right? And he's 3 of 12 from the floor, right? Like, it's one or the other. There's not that middle ground with him. It's literally one or the other. Let's see. I hope they take it real personal too. I'm right there with you. Lay off AR. I can't. Again, at what point do we start being honest about Austin Reaves? Again, at what point is Austin Reaves, this is just who Austin Reaves is. Yeah, he's not a 3rd star. How would we make the contracts work with LaVine though? You mean trade wise? It's just D'Lo, Gabe Vincent, and Rui Hachimura, which Gabe Vincent is statistically the worst player in the NBA. So you're not losing anything there. And then D'Lo has been bad. Like Zach LaVine by himself is giving you the production that Rui and D'Lo are giving combined. Except for he's giving you like just as many rebounds as Rui, and he's giving you more assists than D'Lo and Rui. Right? Like Zach LaVine by himself gives you more production than all three of those guys. Literally. That's not like an exaggeration. Like that's like literal. Cam has low key been improving since being added to the starting lineup. JJ turned away from him. Keep D'Lo in the game. Then wants to turn back to him last 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, D'Lo should or JJ should have went to him earlier. Again, I understand the logic. I understand the thought process. Like, okay, they're running zone. You want your shooters out there, but the problem is they're not. They can't shoot. Right? Like outside of Dalton Connect, they can't shoot. You don't hear the coach screaming, hey, close out, get up for D'Lo and Reaves. You heard that literally. You could hear the coach screaming. Dalton Connect had the ball at damn near the logo, and the coach was screaming, get up on him, get up on him, get up on him. You don't hear that when Austin Reaves has the ball. You don't hear that when D'Angelo Russell has the ball. You don't even hear that when LeBron has the ball. Right? Like, Dalton Connect is the one guy that they're like, do not let him shoot because they know one shot, that's it. He'll start cooking. Right? He hit a shot, they immediately called the timeout. Right? Like, the guy's changing. Trade Reaves at the height of the trade yet. People saying he's better than Tyler Hero. Who? Austin Reaves? Oh, Reaves. Excuse me, I don't think Reaves is better than Hero. What is on Zach LaVine? I'm hoping that that happens soon. Thanks for speaking for me, Tyler. I need this, man. No problem. Look, like I said, I'm not worried about the handful of people that are like, wah, like, stop, relax. Like, okay, again, don't watch. There have been plenty of people here that have enjoyed the rant. I'm glad, right? Like, I'm here for those people. I'm here to yell and scream for the people that need it. Vent for me, please. Yeah, exactly. Tyler, Jordan, and Andrew. And Reaves' defense, I've never seen a player that has averaged as good as Reaves that is as overrated as he is. You're not wrong. We need a legit third guy. That's why we lost. Yeah, AD missed free throws. However, him and Brown respectfully played their game tonight. Look, that's why I'm so big on Zach LaVine. Right? That's why I've been so adamant about you got to get Zach LaVine. Get Zach LaVine. Get Zach LaVine. Because I think he gives you that third guy. LaVine playing behind AD and LeBron. Bro, he's unstoppable. Yeah. Could you imagine, like, honestly, could you imagine Zach LaVine, Dalton Connect with Jared Vanderbilt healthy? Fully, like, peak Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. What do you do? Because the guy that's on Dalton Connect cannot leave him. Literally cannot leave him. Because he'll go and get you 40. We've just saw it, right? 37, right? So you have a guy completely taken out of a play on Dalton Connect. So now you're playing 4-on-4, and you have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Zach LaVine, which you can't defend any of those three one-on-one. And Zach LaVine is one of the best catch-and-shoot three-point shooters in the entire league. So if you dump the ball down to AD and you go to try to double that, you kick it out to Zach LaVine, kick it out to LeBron, and then he's just going to drive and get good luck. Yeah, switch Reaves on the way. The emergence of DK has made AR the scapegoat for the team. Feel bad, but Reaves is not a starter. He just isn't. Six-man is a perfect role. But here's the problem. Like, Reaves has been bad, right? Like, I don't think he's being scapegoated. I just think he's been bad, right? Like, if he was out here, let's say giving you, 12 points, right? Let's say he was giving you 12 points on, whatever, right? Like, but it was efficient. And he's giving you 12, and everyone was like, Reaves is trash. He's terrible, blah, 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 blah. Right? Like, I'd be defending Reaves. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, the guy's shooting, 60% from the floor and 40% from three. Like, yes, he's giving you 12 points, but, like, that's his role right now. That's what he needs. Like, it would be a different conversation. The problem is that Austin Reaves is not getting that, right? He is giving you just poor production, and he's being operated and utilized as the third guy because we don't really have another guy that can be that, right? Like, and that's the problem. That's why I think we need a third guy. It's why I've been so adamant about getting a Zach LaVine. No to Zach LaVine. I think Malcolm Brogdon, Kyle Kuzma, Jonas makes this team a champ. Malcolm Brogdon is more injury prone than Jared Vanderbilt, right? Like, I don't know about that. And Kyle Kuzma, problem is Kyle Kuzma is just incredibly inefficient. That's the problem with Kuz. He's just so inefficient. Jonas Valanciunas, you get regardless. I would rather have Zach LaVine than Malcolm Brogdon and Kyle Kuzma. I think he'll be more efficient. He gives you athleticism. He's been every year been either above average or average defensively. He would be literally our third best defender based on like rating, right? Like he'd be better than the only guys that'd be better than him would be Cam Reddish right now and Anthony Davis. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something to me. Let's see. Yeah, it's time to get rid of Reaves and D'Lo. I'm over Reaves. Selfish, though, or to those dumb shots. Dalton Connect was cooking. Yeah. I think Dalton Connect should have taken the last shot too. I would have rather him take it and miss than that. That was like 6 straight free throws. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the problem is when Reaves is off, we don't have no one else that can do anything. D'Lo is worthless. Yeah, and that's the problem. He's too inconsistent to be your third guy. He just is too inconsistent. Too many stretches we didn't even play defense. Would have thought he was in the locker rooms of the FX. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. This is right now. This is the support group. So strap in. LaVine puts up nice stats. Nevertheless, he's never made a team a winner. The Timberwolves were better without him, and the Bulls are attempting to trade him, go after a big and rebound. And okay, Speed. What's a winner to you, right? Like Anthony Davis wasn't a winner. Anthony Davis went to one playoff series or 2 playoff series, I think, and did what, right? Like again, what's a winner, right? Alex Caruso didn't do anything. He was a journeyman coming out of the G League, and now look at what happened. KCP wasn't KCP until he got to the Lakers, and then the Lakers developed him into the KCP, right? I mean, again, what's a winner to you, right? Like a lot of guys haven't been winners, right? Joel Embiid isn't a winner, right? Luka isn't a winner. What has he won? Yeah, he's been to a finals, but he's won. Up until last season, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown weren't winners. Jimmy Butler's not a winner, and he's been to 2 finals, right? Like Jokic wasn't a winner until a season ago, or 2 seasons ago now, whatever, right? Like, what's a winner to you, right? Like, again, there's a difference between roles, though, right? Like Anthony Davis, there were questions of can he be a number 1? He went to Lakers, had LeBron James, and was the ultimate number 2, and they won a championship, right? Like Zach LaVine, Drew Holiday didn't win anything, and then he went to the Bucks and was the perfect third guy. Perfect third guy. Literally, they ended up winning a championship, right? Like Boston ended up getting Porzingis and Drew. They weren't winners. They didn't do anything. Derek White didn't do anything. And guess what? They won a championship, right? Like Andrew Wiggins. Great example. Better example. Andrew Wiggins was on that same Minnesota team. Was looked at as a bust, literally as a bust, not a winning player. He was the second best player and arguably deserved Finals MVP in the Warriors' final run, in which they won. Again, you go Andre Iguodala. Let's keep going. Andre Iguodala. What did he ever win? And then he became one of the most crucial pieces to the Warriors dynasty. I mean, again, I can keep going. You know, like Jordan wasn't a winner until Pippen came, right? Like you go down the list, right? Like was LeBron a winner until he went to Miami? Right? Like if you were Miami and LeBron could have went to, like, would you have been like, LeBron's not a winner, can't get him, right? Nah, I don't want LeBron, right? Like again, Jason Kidd wasn't a winner until he went to Dallas. I could go on and on. Literally, you can make an art. There's thousands of players in the history of the league that weren't winners until they went. Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom. Stick with some Lakers. Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom. They weren't winners until they became Lakers. And they were the perfect fit for the team. Right? Plenty of guys have not been winners anywhere else. Right? And then you put them in the right team, in the right position, in the right situation. Aaron Gordon was a bottom feeding team every year in Orlando. Went to the Lakers. Dwight Howard, right? What did he ever win? He went to a finals, but he never won anything. Came to the Lakers and was a huge piece in us winning an NBA championship. Again, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. There's a lot of players that weren't producing winning basketball. There's really only like how many guys? Jokic, Giannis, Steph, and LeBron are really the only real winners the last like 10 years, right? Like literally. Guys that actually led their team to a championship. Those guys are very few. Very few. Let's see. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and notification bell on. Keep support the content free. Yes, thank you, Blucka. I appreciate it. And yes, everybody that's here, please, if you haven't yet, take a quick second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's see. AD should have defended Wagner on that last play. Tyler, I don't care about this game. Is on Anthony Davis. It's not LeBron's fault. It wasn't even bad when he missed one or two free throws, but for AD to go 1 of 4 is nuts. Reaves missed both free throws, nuts. Again, LeBron is still a star, right? I understand. I know you're a big LeBron guy, but again, LeBron's got to hit it. At least you admitted it. I will never blame LeBron even I go. Look, I've said I believe LeBron is the greatest player to ever play the game. I do. I think he is the GOAT too. But you can be honest sometimes. Orlando's defense wore us down too. I think it's very possible. Very, very possible. Sorry for how mad I've been. I'm so pissed. It's literally called free throws. Yeah. Look, believe me, I am furious, as you saw by my rant earlier. I wouldn't be against that at all either. Let's see. I'm kind of mad, bro, but if we win next 3 to 4 straight, then I will forgive him. I said I wanted to go in this 5-game stretch. If we went 3-2, I'd be happy. So if we say we lose this game, if we win, now we have to win 3 out of our next 4. As long as we win 3 out of our next 4, I'm good. Let's see. Wagner went 0-4 versus Clippers out of 4-10 versus LA. Same with Harris, 0-3-3-6 plus. You let the team, the worst 3-point percentage, shoot so many threes. Yep. The struggling Nuggets are going to take care of us as usual. They'll all turn back the clock and they'll be great. Don't worry. I don't want to see cardio game on the floor ever again. Olivari deserves minutes at this point. I'm right there with you, Miguel. I mean, I've been preaching more so on AIS the Lakers show than here, but I've been preaching go get Olivari and put him into the unit, please. Let's see. We simply don't know how LaVine would play when he is going to be a third option. But he's been the third option on several places, right? Like, and I mean, arguably, at most has been the second, right? Like early years um, in Minnesota, he was the second option behind Cat, but pretty much everywhere he's been kind of like the second guy on most nights, right? Like even with Chicago, right? DeMar DeRozan, right? It's I mean he's basically taken the shot attempts of like a third option. So um, let's see. Sorry, trying to find something. Um, uh, if Dalton plays this well, D'Lo can move. Can we move because if he doesn't hit shots, it's kind of useless. Yes, agreed. Um, let's see. Sorry, trying to find something. Me. You've been torched by the Wagner Bros. But they should just like put their stamp, put their stamp on them. All right, I'm gonna do a handful more questions here, and I'm gonna get on out of here. Obviously, super chat stuff take priority, but outside of that, I'm just gonna do a couple more, and then let's get on out of here because got some videos to make for sure. So, should have played Cam more. I agree. They should have They should have had Cam in there more, particularly in the fourth. Slow down Wagner. Let's see. Yeah, no time for BS. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Then the Suns, Tuesday off, 6 days rest. The Suns have 6 days rest, really? Let's see. Someone should have been shooting free throws at the end of the game. Yeah. Yeah, we have to bring in 100%. LaVine could be our leading scorer behind AD as a second option, though. He would be great for our future, hoping he stops being injury prone. I mean, so like a lot of people talk about his injury history, right? Last year he played 25 games, which isn't great, but he was expected to finish the season until the Detroit Pistons rumors came up, and then like Austin Reaves said, "I ain't going to Detroit," right? And then all of a sudden he needed surgery, and even Chicago was like, "Wait, like you need surgery?" Like no one knew he needed surgery, right? And then I mean, how much did he really need surgery? I mean, obviously he did because he did it, but like, was it a surgery that was like completely necessary, or would he have played through it and then finished the season, right? But you look at every year beyond that, played 77 games, 67 games. I think it was like 58 games, 60 games, and 62 games the last 5 seasons. He's basically playing league average for stars. Superstar, no hope from the bench. Yeah. One game is the difference between you being a play-in team or a playoff team. That was literally the story for the Lakers last year, right? Remember the Clippers game that the Lakers lost last year? If they won that, they would have been the 5th seed, and then they ended up losing that in another one, and then next thing you know, they're in the play-in again. The West is so tight. It's not just one game. What about Detroit? That's 2 games. We've already had 2 games, and we've only played, 15? So every 15 games, it's 2 games? So now it's 4, another 15. Now it's 6, and you're halfway through the season. You're going to have 12 of these games. Again, that could be the difference between you missing the play-in and being in the playoffs. It's not just one game, right? Again, one game is the difference between you being – we're not in the East. Smash the trade button already. Yeah, I feel it. Let's see. Have a good night, Jordan. Appreciate you. Yeah, Wagner's cooked. LaVine, Dorian Finney-Smith, Dennis, and Nick Richards. I am not against it at all. Whatever you got to do. I feel it. I feel it 100%. How come they have one of the worst shooting nights? Nights versus the Clippers, but go off on the Lakers. Lakers tax. Yeah, because it's the Lakers. It's the Lakers. Again, not just one loss. You must have not watched basketball till this season, huh? Is that what it is? You started picking up basketball this season? We need LaVine ASAP. I'm right there with you. Damn, that sucks. I feel that. I'll give you a thumbs up. It's tough. Name me a backcourt as unathletic and unskilled at shooting as D'Lo and Reaves. I have never won anything. Yeah. Was a 40 to 43% different story, but we have nothing to lose yet. Yeah, on to the next one. We got to win the next one. We got to win the next two. Handle business, and we'll be all right. Be all right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's remind ourselves it's the NBA here. We can't win every game. Those games, I feel it's just it's infuriating. I got to work tomorrow. Now I don't want to go to bed. I feel it. Don't worry. I'm gonna close it out here shortly. It's one thing to miss one or two. They missed like 7 down the stretch. What if Cam Johnson is that third guy instead of LaVine? I mean, maybe. It's very possible. To me, look, like I've said, I don't like. I either want like if you're talking about a singular trade, it's to me it's LaVine. If it's not a singular trade, then I think it needs to be like that, where you get like Cam Johnson, Spencer Dinwiddie. Why do I keep saying Spencer Dinwiddie? Dennis Schroeder, Day'Ron Sharp, and then if you can get like a Dorian Finney-Smith, right? Like I think it needs to either be like singular trade, get LaVine. If you can get several key guys, then get several key guys. I love Dalton Connect more than most, but Rob Pelinka, there's for having that be his only move this offseason. Yeah, so hopefully that's not. Hopefully something ends up getting done. I mean, well, technically in the offseason, yes, but hopefully something gets done. All right, I'm going to do like 5 more comments, and then I'm going to skate on out of here. Let's see. Reaves, Cam Johnson, LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, AD starting 5. I wouldn't be against that at all. D'Lo's mad that he's not starting and it's not playing hard. Reaves is out there acting like Westbrook. Trade both of them fools. Yeah, I'm not against it. Not against it at all. It'd be worse if a game. I don't even want to imagine that. I don't even want to think about that. I would probably just break down. It's a pump on the log effect. Silver lining is the Magic somehow had a ML of 8 near the end of the game when we were up, and I put $7 on them, so I got $56 back. Good hit. Whoops, where'd it go? Embarrassing loss. AD, LeBron, and Reaves missed free throws. Reaves terrible tonight. Same with D'Lo. Need a big center. Yeah, right there with you. Reaves, a 6-man starting type player. Yeah. To be devil's advocate, AD and LeBron carved a top defense tonight. Franz is on a heater lately. Just clean up the free throws, turnovers, box out, rebounds. I'll be okay. Just on to the next one. Yeah. Tyler needs a guest on the show. That would be lit. Let's see. Problem is, not everyone I've tried to do that a couple times, not here, but like on AS the Lakers show, right? Like the reason I have 2 Laker channels is because I started the other one with a friend, and then like I'm just people don't like I take this serious, right? Like this is like if we're gonna do something, we're doing it, right? Like I'm just one of those people. Like if we're gonna do something together, like it's got to be like okay, we're doing it, right? Not like oh, okay, we'll just kind of do it when we want to, when I feel like doing it. No, like we're either taking it serious or we're not, right? And that's the thing, right? Like the problem is like finding somebody that I can do it with regularly that 1 isn't going to do or say anything stupid. 2, that's going to put in the effort, the work ethic that I have because I'm manic, right? Like I'm relentless. Like I post every day. I had a stomach flu and was coming out of both ends, and I was still doing a live stream just because like it doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm, sitting in a hospital bed. Like I'm doing the live stream, right? I'm, unless like there's like my kids or something like that need something and I can't, right? Like outside of that, I'm doing it, right? Unless it's like my family needs me for something, I'm here, right? Like not everyone's like that, you know. A lot of people also have like work and stuff like that, and I do too. But guess what? Boom, we're here. Reddish is shooting 62% field goal and 55.6% for 3-point range over the last 8 games. Numbers will drop, but Cam becoming a 3 and D wing. Yeah, I mean on low volume, I love it. So I'm not against it at all. Let's see. All right. Let's do this last little comment here, and then I'm gonna skate on out of here. He wasn't a third option last year, and expect him to be one this year. We got a player making 18 million a year riding the bench, airballing threes. Rob Pelinka blame not doing a job. Could have gotten DJ. Yeah, I mean, look, I think we should have gotten DeJounte Murray very badly, very badly. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. But anyways, I'm gonna skate on out of here. And hopefully we have better days. Hopefully we have better moments. Hopefully it's something where, you know, things kind of do what we can do, you know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. On your way out, please take a quick second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on the way out too. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys. When's our next game? What's today? Friday, Saturday, I think is our next game, right? What is it? 23rd, is it? Yeah. So yeah, 7:30 against the Denver Nuggets. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on the way out, and I will see you guys